All right, good. Hey, cut that out. All right. uh, so dividends, right? Technically, we're supposed to get $1 something per share here, and we're not getting anything. So basically, that means that it's gonna go into an escrow account for 2 years, and this is on the SBERBANK website, by the way. But I just don't have it pulled up. But basically, if you have this stock in an ADR like I do, and you stay in the United States, you're gonna get your money in before 2 years ends, right? So count the timer. This is 2023. So you got till 2025 to get your dividends, pending the outcome of the war. I mean, pending the ending of the war. No matter who wins, it's going to be a win for everybody that's holding this. So that's basically what I wanted to focus on today. And this is a pretty good source of information here. You guys, shout out to Kain C64. This guy's been pretty good at putting some good information out there. So has this guy here, ilovemymomma, and Clark7, and then Shortlonginvestor. So shout out to these guys because they're over here just putting out information. There you go, right there. And Red Roof. So there's a lot of people out here that I want to thank. So me, I'm banned from stocktwitz. I can't really post here anymore, but it's a good place for information. And bottom line is, we're not going to get our dividends until the war is over, and we have a 2-year timer. The 2-year timer started May 11th or something, or May 9th or 11th, and that's pretty much it as far as an update goes. I'm still holding. I still got my cost average 136. I knew this was gonna be a gamble going in. I knew this was gonna be money that I wasn't gonna touch in like decades, not decades, well, maybe decades, but you like the investing game is just. It can yield some pretty good returns if you play your cards right, but if you want to get technical with it, this is like 100K in Russia right now. This should be 100K in Russia, but right now, everything's just going crazy right now as far as like what's gonna happen, and my own personal predictions. Basically, I think that the war is gonna end in summer. There's just too much indication that Zelensky is taking back his land. He's getting all these tanks. He's getting all these resources, and he's taking back cities and cities. And the Russia's army's morale seems to be deteriorating as time goes forward because you have the world against you. So there's a lot of soldiers in Russia surrendering right now, and there's just nothing that like the foreign aid to Ukraine is not going to stop anytime soon. It's not going to stop. And if Zelensky is successful in taking back Bakhmut, then he's going to get even more aid, and that's just going to be more cities that he can take back. Now, what does this mean for sanctions? Well, basically it means that the sooner the war is over, the sooner that we can end this. And this isn't the first time in history that a country imposes sanctions on a different country. Basically, if you go on the stocktwitz, there's a story right here, but there's 3 separate instances where the shareholders got cashed out or the sanctions were lifted and the bank was free to trade again. Now, this bank here has survived World War One, it survived World War Two, it survived Cold War, it survived Vietnam War, it survived all these wars here, and it's still holding pretty strong. So I don't see this disappearing anytime soon. And unlike United States banks, which have been failing, as you can tell from the news, United States banks have been failing and they've gone bankrupt, literally. Like, if you pay attention to the news, Credit Suisse is going down, some bank in Silicon Valley has gone down. So, your money isn't safe anywhere. You can't keep it in crypto because it gets rug pulled. You can't keep it in banks because they get freaking bank run and they disappear. You can't keep it in foreign banks because you got wars, right? You can't keep it in dividend stocks because dividends are at the mercy of recessions. And we're in a recession, so dividend stocks are no-go right now. Literally, like, and you can't keep your money in savings either because inflation. So what the heck are you supposed to do with your money? Well, I'm probably just gonna end up buying assets now, like just buy cars and buy stuff that I can actually use, because the value of assets, I think it's gonna be on par with inflation. Because if you have a car that's $10,000, and let's just say in 10 years cars are very scarce, boom, that's a $15,000-$20,000 car. So cars or anything with utility is a good way to kind of fight inflation, and if you want to keep your money right. Trucks are also a good investment. Jeeps are a good investment. Anything that holds value or that people want I think it's a good investment for me. That's what I'm going to do. This isn't financial advice, but also invest in yourself. If you have a job, keep that job. Don't quit. But some savings is better than no savings. So even though your savings is going to disappear to inflation, just keep on saving, I guess. All right, that's pretty much it on the update for SBERBANK. I'll give you the next update on Gamble later on. Toodles. Oh, and subscribe.